Hey everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. Thanks for coming on by and checking out this video. Appreciate your time and your support. Today we are going to be having a conversation, a vlog on my experience with my iPhone 11. This is the T-Mobile 64 gig variant, product red, 700 smacks, paid it outright. I don't owe anything. It's been about 3 weeks since I brought it in and I've been having a great experience. It's been a powerhouse device and those cameras, killing it. Not just when taking pictures, but when shooting video. The quality is just amazing. So this video is not going to be about specs. I may throw a little bit of that information here and there. It's mostly going to be on my experience since bringing it in. 3 weeks from day one to now, it's gotten better. And this is not like a final conversation, like a final review. It is a overview review on the last 3 weeks. But when it comes to using any smartphone, you really can't have a final review. I'm going to be using this a week from now, 2 weeks, a month, 6 months. Who knows? Who knows? I may have it up until the next release, the iPhone 12. It may be a trading device for the next iPhone. There's never really a final review. That experience keeps going on and it changes. It's changed from day one to now, 3 weeks later. So I want to vlog about, have a conversation about my negatives and positives. And the negatives are really tiny. They're tiny, really tiny. There's no deal breakers here. Even that notch on the front isn't a deal breaker. I wish it wasn't there, and I wish there was a way to completely go into the settings and be able to turn that off and just have the display shorten up a little bit to come up and around underneath that notch. Yeah, you can't do that. Not that I know of. If I'm missing something, let me know, because this video isn't about me knowing everything about an iPhone, because I'm still learning this device. My experience with learning how to use my iPhone started on day one and it will continue, but it's gotten easier. It's gotten better. iOS has been a great experience this time around for me. I did bring in an iPhone 8 Plus a while back. That was my first experience with an iPhone. It wasn't the best. It was okay. It wasn't a full meal deal. It was an appetizer. And before that, I swear I would never even use an Apple device. But I went with the iPhone 8 Plus, and like I said, it was an okay experience. It went back. And I didn't know I was going to bring in another one until I started hearing the reviews on how great these cameras were. And yes, you have an ultra wide shooter and a regular wide shooter. If you have the Pro or the Pro Max, you have the telephoto lens there. But no, mine only has two. I don't need the telephoto. I love my ultra wide shooter. But man, I'm telling you, man, picture quality, video quality, probably the best or close to the best. This device has been killing it for me in that area. This is not an AMOLED display. This is an LCD panel, but it's a very, very vivid, sharp display. Watching movies and videos, great. Dual speakers have been wonderful. You got a speaker down here, got a mic over here, and you have a speaker that doubles up with the earpiece. And I really love the switch here that mutes the ringer. I really love that. Every smartphone ought to have that. iOS has been great. It's been great. The updates have come in. I don't know really what's changed with the updates, because for me, it's right out of the box. It's been perfect when it comes to performance and functionality 3 weeks later. And so let me go over a couple areas that for me, they're little annoyances. Going up and going into my recent activity, which is all right here, I wish there was a way to clear these all out at once. So basically you have to swipe up, okay? You can't just clear them out all at once. Now, if there is a way for you iPhone users out there, please let me know if I'm missing anything I talk about in this video. Remember, I'm mostly Android and it will always be that way. But I am wanting to carry an iPhone from here on out. I have two front pockets. And since I brought in this phone, This phone has not left either my right or left pocket. And if it's in the right pocket, I have an Android device in the other pocket. Switch it up. But I've mostly been using my iPhone 11. My SIM card has been in this device for the most part. Going in the camera, which is phenomenal, taking pictures, shooting video, I just don't know why they don't have the camera settings in here. Why do I have to go into my settings to get to that area? I don't understand that. There it is. To change up anything I want to change. That's an annoyance. I don't understand that. And I don't really like the way this is set up, all the settings. I mean, it's easy to use, but there's got to be a way to minimize all the settings and group them up a little bit better. But again, these are little annoyances, and that's because I still think that I'm mostly Android, and so I'm really used to more of a stock experience on my Android devices. And even when I bring in a smartphone that has a lot of bloat, I tend to minimize all of that to sort of have that Android experience. So that's what I think. My mind is still there, and I'm trying to free up that area in my brain so I can really enjoy fully what's going on here with my Apple device, this iPhone, the iOS experience. So I don't expect that. I understand this is its own entity. And I have to be able to separate that. I can't expect what I get from Android to get on my iPhone 11 with iOS. Okay, this is a phenomenal experience when it comes to performance and functionality. So I have my my app drawers, and I do have some. Here's my Google Photos, and there's my email. There's Hangouts. There's Twitter. That's not a Google app, but you know what I'm talking about. There's my Google Feed up there. My banking, my video players, my music players, editing apps. I'm telling you right now, I'm using this KindMaster video editing app, and that's what I've gotten from the Apple Store. And I'm going to purchase that because it's as good as Power Director. So if you're using an iPhone, I would suggest KindMaster. If you have a better one, let me know. That doesn't cost a lot. On Android, I'm using Power Director. So InShot is really good as well. So yeah, I mean, I can hit the center display like I just did and go into Siri suggestions, go right into YouTube, my Chrome, send a message to my wife. I could swipe over to the right and go over to my widgets. I can go all the way to the bottom here and edit those widgets how I want to set those all up. And that's really cool. When I receive notifications, right up top, that's where they show up. I can tap to go into that notification, or I can swipe up to get rid of it. Now, let's just say I'm at work. I'm not allowed to be on my phone, but I can hear the notifications coming in through either my notification sound. But if you're not allowed to have that on, you'll feel the vibration if you choose to have that on. I have the sounds on. I have the vibration on, so I can hear that notification sound in my pocket, and I can feel the vibration. So when I go to break, go to lunch, I can just pull down from the top notification shade and check out all my notifications. So then I can go into them and get more details on what's being sent to me. Also, from the corner right up here, if you pull down, you can go into your control center. And this is where you can control your brightness, your volume, and you can press and hold, and you can get more options. I'm in dark mode. I can go to the night shift, true tone. Here's my Wi-Fi setting, cellular data, Bluetooth, AirDrop, and so forth. So yeah, press and hold, and you can go into further detail as far as the options that you have in the control center. So very simple, very easy areas that just make the functionality with my iPhone 11 very simple and fun. Okay, that's the one thing about an iPhone and iOS. It's simplicity. It really is. Even though that learning curve is there, it's still very simple. It's just getting used to doing it. So as you can see, I quickly went into the positive things that I'm digging outside of what I'm not digging, because there's not really a whole heck of a lot. Okay, so going into the camera, I wish the settings was there. The settings is could be grouped up a little bit better, in my opinion. And then when I want to move around my apps, they basically organize themselves right up in here. You can't just move them around and set them anywhere on the display. Speaker quality is amazing. Got your speaker here, your mic over there, and your other speaker that doubles up with the earpiece. Let me go into YouTube here, go to my subscriptions, and then what we're going to do is bring up some free music and play a little bit and just show you what it sounds like. Go to one of my favorite apps here. Just sounds amazing. Just sounds amazing. Go back and you look at some of the video quality.
Hi, Dave.
What's up, Linda?
You around for the 2 p.m. production meeting?
My calendar's up to date. Did you check?
Yeah, I checked, but every hour is blocked off as Dame time, so I wasn't sure.
It's always Dame time.
So, are you going to the production
That's
meeting?
right, baby.
2 o'clock? Nah, that Dame time happens to be lunchtime today. Sorry.
Oh.
Infinity pool in the back. Your chick wanna fool with a Mac.
Anyway, so yeah, video quality, audio quality, everything's great. My media intake is just thumbs up, amazing. The functionality, performance is all there. 3 weeks later, having a lot of fun with it. The little small quirks, those little buggy moments for me, and I don't mean buggy in performance and functionality, I mean buggy in my mind. The things that kind of bug me are very small and minute, not deal breakers at all. The design, the glass back, everything looking good. I like the fact that it's very minimalistic back here. You got product red in that Apple with the bite. The cameras looking great. I love the design of the back of those cameras. The rings around the lenses there, the metallic red with the matte look right here around that area. And then you got the shiny glass back. Just a beautiful looking phone, very solid, everything working the way it should, hardware, software, it's great. It's great. I mean, if I could change anything, it would be that notch, to be able to hide it. But again, the experience has been so good over the last 3 weeks, and it just gets better that those areas aren't doing anything to take my mind away from wanting to know more about my iPhone 11 and actually looking forward to the iPhone 12. Yeah, just being able to take pics, shoot video, and I'm going to edit some of that in just so you can see. I don't know if I'll squeeze in video, but I might do that. But pictures, a few pictures, so you can get a look at the picture quality of some regular wide and ultra wide, and some bokeh effect pics. That way you can see what I'm talking about. But that experience with the cameras has just been amazing. I've seasoned my iPhone 11 with Google. it's part Android, part iOS. Oh man, speakers sound amazing, man. Speakers are great. Performance, functionality, yeah, it's getting it done, man. I'm actually having a lot more fun this time around with this iPhone than I did with the iPhone 8 Plus. It's just been a really good experience. It's just being able to share that with all of you during the reviewing process is really cool. Really digging that. Oh, yeah. It's done like this. Oh, my goodness. It's a video test. It's a front-facing video test. And now it's over. But I don't know what else to say. I mean, outside of what it's a very simple, it's a learning curve. You've really never dug deep into using an iPhone. Okay. I don't have any other Apple products, and a lot of you really are into that whole ecosystem. So everything in your house is all Apple. It's mostly Android here in my home, and I have gotten teased by my family members because I am using an iPhone, but that's okay. That's okay. That's part of growing up. That's part of maturing for me mentally into an. Never say never. Never. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay. So outside of that, the experience has been phenomenal, folks, coming from an Android user. Am I switching full-time? No, it's just going to be integrated, incorporated into my life from here on out. And I'm glad to say that. I'm glad to be able to share that experience. And for you Android users out there who are just totally against, if you want to broaden your horizons, don't be against. Become part of. Especially when it comes to this type of tech, smartphones. I'm telling you, man, I love my Android devices, and that will always be my main love, is Android. But this experience has just been a phenomenal one, and I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. It's going to be in either my right or left pocket, and whatever pocket it's not in, I will have an Android device. And that is that. So again, this wasn't like totally in depth. It's mostly a vlog conversation. And if there's anything you have to say, to interject, please leave that feedback down below in the comment section. But yeah, man, I appreciate your time. I appreciate your support. And if you've had a different experience and it's not a good one, let me know. Let me know. I'm sure I'm missing a lot. And again, this is mostly on my experience. Okay? So let me know yours. Till my next video, this is my Project 13. God bless. Peace. I'm out.